Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, let's be real. Has modern dating ever felt like a total mess to you? Because you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dig into why it feels so hard to find the right person, and we'll be using some incredible insights from relationship expert Paul Brunson to help us figure it all out.
All right, let's just start with a bombshell, shall we? According to Paul Brunson, the #1 reason relationships fail, it's not cheating, it's not money problems, nope. The problem is that we're picking bad partners right from the get-go. It all comes down to that very first choice. Okay, so if that's the problem, why is it so hard? Why are we all so bad at this one super important thing? Well, to really get it, we need to take a step back and see how dating and relationships have changed.
Okay, check this out. For most of human history, marriage was super practical. It was about survival, having kids, running the farm. Simple. Then we moved into the romantic era. Suddenly, it was about love, friendship, and companionship. But then, the 1960s happened, and we entered this new era, the self-expression era. And this is where things get complicated. Now we expect our partner to help us self-actualize, to become our best selves.
And that shift has basically created this insane, impossible job description for a partner. I mean, look at this list. We don't just want a lover and a best friend anymore. We want a therapist, a business partner, a running buddy, a spiritual guru, all rolled into one person. That is a ton of pressure to put on somebody, right?
And here's the crazy result of all that pressure. We're living in a paradox. On one hand, a whopping 80% of couples are more dissatisfied than ever. But on the other hand, there's this top 20% who are more satisfied than any couples in history. So what's their secret? They figured out how to deal with these new, super high expectations.
So you're probably asking, how do I get into that top 20%? Well, here's the big twist. The answer isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about becoming that person yourself first. It all starts by looking inward.
And look, this isn't just some feel-good platitude. The research on this is absolutely undeniable. Your satisfaction in a relationship is directly predicted by your satisfaction before it. Think about that. More than anything else, how happy you are with yourself right now is the key. Okay, so what does flourishing alone actually mean? It's not as vague as it sounds. Researcher Carol Reif actually identified these 6 dimensions. Are you growing as a person? Do you have goals that excite you? Do you feel like you have control over your life? Is your environment helping you succeed? Do you have great friends? And maybe most importantly, do you actually know and like yourself, flaws and all? This is the real work. This is building the foundation.
All right, let's say you've done the work. You're flourishing. Now what? What do you actually look for in someone else? I can pretty much guarantee it's not what's on your current checklist.
Yeah, we all have that list, don't we? 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures, has the perfect job. We get so hung up on these surface-level things. But the hard truth from all the data is, none of this stuff actually matters for long-term happiness. It just doesn't.
So what does matter? The research points to these 5 things. Let's talk about the first one, because it's huge. Emotional fitness. In psychology, it's called low neuroticism. This doesn't mean they're a robot with no feelings. It means they're stable. When life gets tough, they don't completely fall apart. They can handle the ups and downs. That, plus having their own vision, being resilient, open-minded, and compassionate, that is the checklist you should be using.
Okay, so you've worked on yourself. You found someone who has all these amazing qualities. You're set, right? Well, not quite. There is one single thing, one behavior that is so toxic, it's basically the ultimate relationship killer. It can destroy everything.
But first, we have to get one thing straight. This whole "and they lived happily ever after" idea, it's a myth. It's a fantasy. Finding a great person isn't the end of the story. It's page 1. A real relationship is where the hard work and the real growth actually begins.
And the single biggest threat to that work, the poison I was talking about, it's contempt. And we need to be really clear about what this is. It's not just getting mad or criticizing someone. Contempt is when you put yourself on a higher level. It's that eye roll, that sneer, that mocking tone that basically says, you're pathetic and I'm better than you. It's pure disrespect. And if you don't believe how deadly this is, listen to this. The famous researcher Dr. John Gottman could literally predict if a couple would divorce with 99% accuracy, sometimes after just watching them interact for a few minutes. Insane, right? You know what the #1 giveaway was? The #1 thing he looked for? Contempt. It's the kiss of death for a relationship.
So let's wrap this all up. What's the big takeaway? Finding love isn't about getting lucky.
It's not about swiping right 1,000 times until you find the one. It's a strategy. Step 1. Build yourself into a happy, whole person first. Step 2. Choose a partner based on the things that actually matter. Their character, not their stats. Which leaves you with a really important question to think about. When it comes to the biggest decision of your life, are you even focusing on the right things?